Ladies and gentlemen, would like to welcome you aboard. We kindly ask that you fasten your seatbelt.
And eat your fucking nuts. This is Confessions on the Fly with
LJ
and Flight Attendant Joe. Welcome, guys, to our podcast. Again, yes, her ass is beautiful and juicy, and all you straight guys are going to love it, but how are you?
I'm good.
You're doing well?
I'm really, really well.
That's good.
I'm getting ready to go on a trip.
What?
So
Where are you going?
A friend of mine from work wanted to go for a hike, and I was like, great, let's go for a hike. And she's like, how about like Machu Picchu? And I was like, okay.
Oh my God.
So we're going to go. I'm planning a quick little trip. Sorry, I didn't mean to kick the table. I'm planning a quick little trip to go hike the Picchu.
Really? Now, are you gonna hike the Machu part or the Picchu part?
I hope the Pikachu part.
The Pikachu. If you say that in Lima, Peru, they're gonna feed you to the guinea pigs. You know they eat guinea pig there.
I know, Aaron.
Are you going to eat guinea pig?
Oh,
I'm a vegetarian.
Yeah.
Yes, and by you're talking about the thoughts of being a lesbian, you sound like a vegetarian. So I'm sure you're not going to be a guinea pig, though. Have you seen pictures of what they look like?
No, I
They
don't
put them on a stick.
I don't want to.
They shove the stick up their ass.
Yeah, I know.
And then they cook it.
I don't want to do that.
No, I'm a vegetarian.
You're a
now,
vegetarian.
But I've never been to Peru.
I'm very excited to go.
I'm very excited because you don't do much.
What do you mean I don't do much? That is so rude.
I'm laughing hysterically because you don't.
I do.
You drive like a maniac in the car and you go to the airport and go to work.
That's not true. I travel, but not as much as you. You travel much more than I do.
I don't even travel that much. I just go to Florida and then I go to work. The last place I've been to that's exciting was when I went to Europe in October. And in May, I'm going on an Alaskan cruise.
You went to Europe. You went to Ireland. I went to Ireland.
I went to Ireland, Scotland, and Northern Ireland. But I'm going on an Alaskan cruise in May, which is a bucket list.
Great.
And we got a veranda where I can sit out there and drink coffee and wine and watch what are
glaciers.
those big ice things? Yes, glaciers.
There you go.
And see maybe some killer whales.
That's awesome.
Hopefully I don't fall over.
First of all, I'm very insulted that you don't think I travel.
Oh, I don't think you travel at all.
Oh my God, I'm so mad.
Like she's looking at me like, I know we're on the podcast, but if the camera was off in the video, you could smack me. But yeah, I don't.
I had an open-ended ticket and I went to Ireland.
Where did you go last year?
What was last year?
2017. Where did you go for pleasure? And I'm not talking about in your bedroom with your eye mask on and the air conditioner blowing 40 degrees.
Yeah, I went to Ireland last year.
Where else?
For 10 days, I went to Ireland. Where else did I go? Legoland. Just amazing.
Please don't talk to me ever again. Where did I go last year? Oh, I went to
everywhere.
Oregon. I went to Europe. I've been to Florida.
I do one big trip a year, and then I do little trips and stuff like that.
Am I being mean?
Yes, you are.
You were really offended by that.
I was offended.
My seat's falling. It's because I'm fat. So that's karma.
To think of, you've been flying for much longer than I have.
Right.
Where have I been? On pleasure trips. Pleasure trips sounds so gross.
This is so...
I went to San Juan. I went to Puerto Rico.
Oh, for work or fun?
For fun.
Last year?
No, I'm saying my pleasure
in your
trips.
whole life?
No, I'm saying since I've been flying.
I'm sorry.
Since I've been flying.
Okay.
Which hasn't been that long.
No.
I just hit 4 years.
I'm
in my 5th year now.
So
I'm a baby.
You're a baby.
Stop it.
Yeah, no, you're
I've
a baby.
Just, started having flight benefits and using them. So I went to San Juan. I went to Puerto Rico to do a couple days down there with my cousin. I went to New Orleans.
Oh, okay.
I did that.
Oh, I heard
that
about
was
that.
a fun place. Oh, that was a great trip.
I heard
that
about
really
you trying to fly home. Wasn't that when you had a problem?
Oh my God!
Yeah.
But I met the most amazing. That was one of my favorite travel stories ever, actually, because I met a guy in an airport. It sounds so creepy, but it wasn't. This gave me faith in humanity. I always say I met this lovely guy in an airport. I was trying to non-rev on a flight to get back home, and I started talking to this guy, and he's like, "Oh, you work for the airline, blah 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 blah," and he's like, "Oh, I actually come down here because my share custody of a child, blah, blah, blah. Ex-wife was working down there." And we just started talking and hitting it off. And he knew that I worked as an actor. I knew he worked as an actor. So we started talking. And we both couldn't get on the flight. Oh. So because he flies that route so frequently to visit his child, the airline offered him a hotel room if he would give up his seat. So he did, but he has an apartment down there or a house down there. He's like, I'll just stay at my place. I'm happy to give you my hotel room.
Okay.
Instead of me sleeping in the airport. We hit it off. We chatted. Nothing inappropriate. Nothing.
Oh,
you know what I
this
mean?
story is boring.
No, it's so nice. It gives you faith in humanity. He walked me to the hotel and made sure I was in, and then met me the next day.
My mouth is wide open. He walked you to your hotel room door?
Yes. Make sure I was okay. He was good. He's like, I will see you tomorrow. We both got on the flight.
Oh,
the nicest guy.
Was he married?
No.
Was he gay?
No.
Is he a real person?
He's a real human.
I'm just checking.
Because just recently he found me on Facebook and was like, hi, I don't know if this is weird or inappropriate. I think I met you in an airport like a couple years ago. Are you the same person?
When did that happen?
Just recently, a couple months ago.
And did you respond?
I did. We've chatted. We're going to meet up for coffee.
Stop. Why am I learning?
He could be my husband.
What?
He could get me pregnant. I'm kidding. It's probably not. But like if you want to.
Okay, wait a minute. I want to stop you for a moment. Can I say something?
Yeah, it's so romantic.
No, let me say something. Okay. She's not kidding about the being pregnant thing. Just don't lie to people. I didn't know this. This is amazing. This is like Craigslist
story?
Finding people.
No, it's like misconnections. It was one of my favorite travel stories ever.
Do you mean to tell me
that people aren't awful?
You don't have to have sex with someone when you first meet them?
Correct. I thought it was like a handshake, but like whatever.
I've never heard of that.
I know. Whoopsie.
I remember one time I met someone and I was hooking up with them and he went to tell me his name and I was like,
we don't need to know.
Don't ruin it. This was before I was married though. This was like 15, 16 years ago in Phoenix.
Yeah.
Don't meet up with people in We're not even
going there.
But yes. Well, that's exciting.
That was
All right.
lovely.
Well, now I know how to trigger you and it's by saying you don't do anything.
There you go.
And you just shared with me the dirty looks I'm getting, ladies and gentlemen. Isn't it funny how I say ladies and gentlemen because my mind is always on the airplane, like ladies and gentlemen.
But that's really nice.
But I'm sorry, you do things.
I also don't like I'm not somebody who like posts about my life on a regular basis. I like a little mystery to me. Everyone's like, what do you do? Da, da, da. I was like, well, I was here, was there. I don't need to share everything about my life because I like certain things I like to keep sacred. Like that's a lovely story.
That's
that
an amazing story.
About traveling and that's such a beautiful.
Are you going to cry?
No, I'm not going to cry. I don't always leak, but like I do cry a lot. I'm very emotional.
She's emotional, ladies and
emotional. But, you know.
No, that's an amazing story.
Yeah.
And I wish that I wish you could teach me how not. I overshare. Like, I don't think people need to know that I'm out of toilet paper.
No, they
Like,
don't.
I don't think they need to know the cats are cute. They know the cat. Like, my husband's always like, you literally in life have to post one selfie because then people know what you look like forever. And I was like, I don't even speak that language because I'm so adorable. Everyone wants to see me.
Yeah.
But I need to not share so much on social media.
Let me see, like, when the last time I posted something on Instagram, like, and this is something that's stressing me out about our podcast and because my Instagram is private.
Okay.
And I don't like, I've had this debate with my agent and my manager before of like making things public
fancy.
And like sharing more.
Right.
And I like that stresses me out because the last time I posted something was
she's pulling up her Instagram.
March 19th. And before that was like March 8th. So it's like maybe twice a month.
Okay. So now we're pulling up our Instagram account. So the last time you posted something was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
I posted something 25 seconds ago. No, I did.
In this year, in 2018. 1, 2, 3, 9. I've posted on Instagram 9 times.
I can't count as high as all the things I've posted.
That's like so for me, I like to keep things very private and very sacred.
You do.
I never share anything about people I'm dating.
Right, you're very private.
And everyone's like, you don't date. I was like, no, I've had sex. It's okay. It's, you know what I mean? But like, I don't.
I've seen the pictures. They're all over. They're all over the airline.
Well,
they are. They're all over the airline.
My pictures of me in bed with every pilot.
That big juicy peach just hanging out. No, I'm
not
kidding.
At all.
So, ladies and gentlemen,
sorry, that was way off the rails.
Well, I don't even know. What did we spend? 10 minutes talking about?
Who cares?
What were we talking about?
Traveling and the fact that I don't travel, but I'm going to hike Machu Picchu.
Well, I'm glad you agree with me.
And I went to Ireland for my birthday last year.
Well, I'm glad you agreed with me that you don't do enough.
This is awful. You're the worst.
But I like to call these special.
Also, how's your sciatica, by the way?
Oh, I'm not. You see, I'm not sitting on my wallet.
I know.
I don't even want to talk about my sciatica. They say it's your hip pain, but it's not. It's your ass pain. Like I have a pain in my ass.
You literally have a pain in your ass.
And it's not from anything. It's literally the nerves. So I was flying home one day. What is wrong with you?
Very fidgety.
You can just grab your boobs. I'll grab mine too. There you go. See? My God, I think mine are bigger. So I was commuting home, and I commute from the East Coast to the West Coast.
Correct.
And I was sitting on my wallet for 6.5 hours. And I didn't know this, but you're not supposed to sit on your wallet. And my wallet's kind of thick.
Yeah.
And I was sitting on a thick wallet. I was sitting on a thick piece of leather.
Sitting on a thick piece of leather.
Oh my God. And when I got off the plane, I was like, ow, I'm having some pain. And it shoots down right from under my right butt cheek down my leg.
Oh, I could see after 6 hours of doing that would.
So now I just carry. So the other day it was hurting. Right now it's not. It doesn't feel the best. But I'm taking a medication, and if it doesn't work in 2 weeks, I have to go back to the doctor, and she's probably going to take my leg. I don't know. I don't know how this works out. But I like to call this a special episode.
Special edition.
Special edition.
Special edition. First, we have to plug Nate.
Is he into guys? like if we can get listen, I know he charges by the hour. If I'll plug him for a free hour. And then, oh my God, you know what? Here's the thing. No.
This is the problem because I bet you.
I
can't help it though.
I bet you Nate would do a Confessions on the Fly LJ and Joe sandwich. Because I think he just needs to bite down on a leather thing, and then. But long story. But let's plug Nate. We're gonna plug Nate. We're plugging Nate. Nate Gresham is the guy's studio that we rent and we do our podcast. He's amazing. He's great.
Productions. We love
Thumb More Productions. You can find him on Instagram. It's Illumi_Nate.
Correct.
So that's ILLUMI_NATE. He charges $25 an hour.
Well, you can find out all of his rates and stuff like that on Peerspace.
Peerspace. Yeah,
you can
that's
check
what
that
I
out.
saw.
Yeah,
that's what I saw for the rate. But and if you're hotter, who knows what he'll do? Well, if that's the case, we'd be getting paid to be here because we are so hot. But thank you, Nate. You're amazing.
We love you, Nate.
Call me if you need to get plugged.
there you go.
Yes.
So that's our Nate plug.
He has a cute dog too. Her name's Mona. She's amazing. So this is our special edition episode. And we like to call it the Q&A with LJ and Flight Attendant Joe.
Yeah.
So we got some questions from some readers, and we're going to try to get through as many as we can in the time that we have available. And LJ, because you corrected, just because you're so beautiful and you corrected me and put me in my place about that you don't do anything.
Look at him flattering me.
I am going to let you pick a question.
Oh, good. I'm going to pick, at what point does turbulence scare you?
Okay, who wrote that? Who wrote in that question?
Susan.
Hey, Susan. Thank you. If you're listening, thanks for your question.
Thanks, Susan.
Hey, Susan. So what is it again? At what point does turbulence ever scare me? Yes. Oh, and you're asking me. Okay, I'll answer first.
Tell me, Joe.
When I'm a passenger.
Really?
Yeah, so I used to be afraid to fly.
I feel like that's a whole nother episode because I used to be afraid to fly too.
Yes. So
we'll talk about that.
Absolutely, totally, yeah. Not to plug my book, but it's the first chapter in my first book called Fear is Not an Option, because I used to be afraid to fly. So when I'm working and I'm in the jump seat, I'm fine. Like if turbulence happens, I'm like, oh my God, this is so frustrating. If I'm in a passenger seat and there's really bad turbulence, my old brain kicks in and I start to panic. Memory. Right, because when I'm in the jump seat, I'm like, I'm working, I'm at the door, everything's fine. When I'm in a passenger seat, I'm like, I'm stuck, how am I going to get out? It's getting really turbulent. So that's when I get scared, is if I'm a passenger.
I don't get scared. I think that's there's something to be said about that. Like when I'm working and I'm sitting in the jump seat, I have to be very mindful of my face because I have resting bitch face and I have like you're an idiot face. Like I have that line right in the middle of my forehead.
Is that a thing?
Of like you're an idiot. It's the Italian like you're an idiot.
Oh, so now I know when you look at me like that, I'm like,
there. I need to get some Botox.
I'm 58% Italian too.
I know. I'm so excited that you're Italian too.
Yes.
It makes me love you even more. But I have to be very mindful of my face because when I'm looking around or looking at lights or things that are dinging within the cabin or like hearing the engines and stuff like that, or turbulence is moving, I have to be mindful because people are looking at us when there is turbulence. So if I'm freaking out, then they're going to freak out even more.
Sure. So
usually when it's a work related, like if I'm sitting in the jump seat or up in the galley or stuff like that, I try not to like let it phase me, because whatever, we get bumped and knocked around constantly. It's more annoying to me than anything else. I get frustrated because I'm like, I'm in the middle of doing stuff. Like, really now?
Yes.
Like, I get more like irritated,
I
like,
agree.
ugh, this is annoying. When I do get scared or nervous about it is if I am in the aisle and I'm waiting for you to do something like hand me trash and you see me bopping around and like falling and holding on to stuff, or like, God forbid, I've had this happen 3 times where I've had to sit down in the aisle because the turbulence was so bad, because there was no empty seats. I couldn't get to my jump seat in time, but like I needed to be on the floor, and I've had to say to a passenger like, hey, can you just hold me down for me?
Yeah.
Because it is very bumpy and I don't want to fly up.
Right.
And then the passenger on the other side was annoyed that I was like, and trying to hand me trash. I was like, sir, do you mind? Like,
right.
I'm a little busy. I'm trying not to
die.
I'm trying not to break an ankle. Like,
right.
Like, be aware of your situation.
Well, of course.
So that's the only time that turbulence does scare me. It's when I'm in the aisle and I'm like waiting for you to hand me trash, or like.
And you feel and have you ever had that moment where you feel your body just
lift,
coming up and you're like, oh, this is it?
I mean, when it gets really bad, I'm pretty decent at like bracing myself between the cushions of like the two aisle seats and like holding myself down. If it's like moderate turbulence, if it's very bad and I have to sit down in the aisle, that's when I get a little bit nervous, because I'm worried about my crew.
Sure.
Especially as a lead, like if I'm lead flight attendant, I'm worried about my other 2 crew members or other 3 crew members on board.
I always hated when you have the cart in the aisle and you're doing service and you're just like, there's coffee, coffee can be going. I'm trying to pour coffee and it's turbulent, and
can I get the cart back to where it's supposed to be in time? If that cart flies up, like that cart is heavy.
That's gonna that's gonna kill someone. Yeah, I've never understood that. I had a time once, a long time ago. I always say that. A long time ago, because that's what happens when you've been a flight attendant for 10 years. A long time ago, we were flying to the Caribbean somewhere. We were over Jacksonville. And we had a member of our the airline's human resource department was in the back galley. It was me. I was the aft flight attendant. The mid flight attendant was doing something on his side of the airplane. And the human resource person was talking to us. And the plane was flying. And then we dropped and we rolled to the right. And he went up in the air. She flew up in the air and landed. I was just at my jump seat where I was able to sit down and buckle in and say goodbye to Matt. And people in the bathroom were flying around crying. Yeah. And I was just like, this is it.
The plane got destroyed too, I'm sure.
Oh my God. It was a mess.
Yeah.
And then we leveled off and the captain came on and he said, we just got into the, a 747's whatever. Jetstream or Airstream, or I don't know. Airstream. No, that's what you camp in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that is like one of those silver.
Oh my God. My fantasy.
So great. That would be great.
Live in the woods in an Airstream. That'd be amazing. But back to the story. So that's
I've done a lot of rescue flights because I've been on reserve, which is awful. So you're usually doing rescue flights and stuff like that. And I've gone on to rescue flights of and planes were like absolutely destroyed and put out of commission.
Oh my God.
Like, so I've ferried flights over to like pick up people, and like flight attendants had to go to the hospital, black eyes, the galley's been destroyed, the bathroom's been,
Jesus,
ripped out.
You've seen that?
Yeah.
Wow.
And the overhead bin was cracked. People went to the hospital. So I've done a lot of those flights.
That happens that much?
Yeah. I've done 2, 3. 2 or 3, and I haven't been flying long. I've never
even ferried a flight.
Oh my God, I ferried like 7 flights.
Have you been able to sit in the flight deck while they took off or landed during a ferry flight?
I let somebody else do it.
You are so. This is why you found that guy and you're going for coffee, because your karma is so amazing. The stuff you give out comes back to you so much.
I better get
Do you see
husband.
Is the brownness on my nose?
Biggest cock I've ever.
Oh. ladies and
I want to
gentlemen.
get screwed 6 ways from Sunday from my husband.
We're gonna
If that's the karma I'm getting, better get a real good man.
I need to drink some water. Does anybody have any whiskey?
Oh my God.
Hearing you say cock and screw in the same sentence? Well, definitely
That's
not going to
just
let
for
children
you.
listen to this.
No, this is
like an NC-17 episode.
Oh my God.
They should all be NC-17.
Who knew?
Well, who knew you were going to say cock?
I know, right?
Your mom's going to be so proud. What's your mom's name?
Dottie.
Dottie.
Dorothy.
Be proud of this one. She likes cock.
Dottie. She's so excited.
She
for
won't
your
listen
book.
to this.
She won't.
No?
No, she will. She will. She'll support everything.
She's not going to after this one.
She's not going to be very fond of the language.
Oh, Dottie.
I know.
Don't read my book that I signed for you.
know.
She's going to get through the first page and
I
be like,
said.
oh my God, Dottie.
She's very cute.
Adorable.
Little Italian cutie pie.
All right. So that's it, Susan. Thank you for your question,
Thanks, Susan.
All right. I'm going to pick a question. Do we have time for another question?
Let's see.
Like, I don't even know how much time we have.
8 minutes.
Oh, yeah, that's a good question. Okay. This one's from Zachary.
Oh, Zachary.
Hey, Zachary.
Hey, Zach.
Thanks for calling in. Nope, you didn't call in. You wrote in. You wrote in a question.
Call in.
Listen,
Do we have a phone number?
Listen, I haven't even had a drink today. Do we have a phone number? No, I can't even sit on my wallet. No, we don't have a phone. People think we're insane.
Oh my God.
I am insane. How do you keep from slapping the crap out of stupid people? Zachary.
I love you. Are you single, Zachary?
Zachary, the name Zachary sounds like a 14-year-old. So
That's weird.
no, I think he's an adult.
Okay.
I hope, because he follows the
Let's
Flight
hope so.
Attendant Joe blog.
Let's hope so.
I'm getting arrested. So LJ, how do you keep from slapping the crap out of stupid people? That question's amazing.
I use, obviously, like I probably said this before, I use humor. That's the only thing that gets me out of situations is humor.
Mm-hmm.
And being so nice. I hate the word nice too. I'm not nice. I'm kind, because nice is a doormat. Kind is an active choice, and I have boundaries. So don't start with me.
Her
Body language.
Her
just
body
totally
language.
changed.
I'm actually kind of frightened in this room right now, because she looks like she wants to stab me in the eye with a pen, and I didn't even say anything. So you're kind.
I'm kind, not nice. I feel
I never thought of that. I never thought of the differences.
I don't like the word nice.
Really?
I've never liked that.
Nice. Well,
I find that very offensive. I feel like
Really?
it's boring.
like
It's
if I said, "Oh, you're so nice,"
bleh.
jot down, never call her nice.
Never call me nice.
You're such a bitch. No. You're like, yes, exactly.
Yeah,
but
I am.
kind.
Little
No,
salty.
that was a joke. Kind. Okay, I
Because
get it.
I feel like kind has boundaries, and it is an active choice. Like what I'm doing is a kind act for somebody. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And
Are you saying it's more of a choice? Did you just say that?
Yes,
it's
it
more
is
of
a choice.
Yeah,
It's more of
okay.
an active choice. I don't wake up and I'm like, I'm nice. No, I'm going to choose to be kind today. It's not.
All right.
It's, yeah.
I like that.
So
I
that's
like
something.
that.
So what was, sorry, that was like such a tangent.
Well, anyone who listens to this podcast is going to know we're basically we go off on
Off the
everything.
rails.
Yeah. And
How do I keep from slapping people?
Yes.
Humor. And humor is honestly what I use.
That's it.
Like, that's it.
That's
humor and trying to be as kind as possible. And I walk away a lot to like reassess. I usually, I'm going to be right back.
Yeah. I'm gonna take a breath.
I'm going to take a breath. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to find out for you. I'm going to get an answer for it. Like if you're coming at me, I'm going to reassess, go take a minute, communicate with my other flight attendants, and get back to you.
Very good.
That's usually my line of
And
defense. If I
that is
can't make
great.
you laugh or use self-deprecating humor, that's my other go-to is like, I'm going to be right back. Just give me a minute.
Well, that's good. That's good.
What about you? How do you keep from slapping people?
Medication? Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, medication. Lots of Xanax.
Lots of Xanax.
So high on the plane. Drug test me.
Yeah,
no,
do
I'm
it.
kidding.
Do
No,
it. Do
not
it.
medication. How do I keep from slapping the crap out of stupid people? I blog.
Oh, okay.
So I do a lot of writing. I write books.
Oh, okay.
I take that I look at stupid people as an opportunity to tell a great story.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, for you, you can just jot it down in a book.
When somebody's being stupid,
You love it.
I'm thinking I got to remember all
this
this
is
because I have to
gold.
jot this down.
This is gold.
But I also am somebody who likes to like if somebody said something stupid to me, I would say something to the effect of, "I'm sorry, are you saying that you don't like to wear the seatbelt because it's too tight?"
Or it burns.
Yeah,
I always do that. I'm like, does it burn?
If you said that to me on the airplane, we'd have to divert because I'd be like, "Oh, she's crazy."
Yeah.
But no, like I like to call people out kind of to the of like, "Oh, are you saying this? Are you saying like?" But other than that, I just drink a lot on my layovers.
Okay.
And
I don't drink on my layovers unless I have a very long layover.
Blogging helps me. I take it all inside my brain and then I put it out there.
He knows he's going to make money off of the story. So I think that's the main thing.
So if you're fucking stupid, there's a fuck. That's 2 fucks. Oh my God, I love fucks.
Now you're just... No.
She hit that with her boob, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. They're that perky today. I look at stupid people and I think this is going to be a great story. Thank you for being so stupid.
Yep.
And have a nice day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Great.
Because I can't let these people on the airplane affect me that much.
No,
right? We can't. We can't take it personal. That's the lesson that I've learned in life is you cannot take things personal from these people.
Exactly. I think that's big. You can't take it. But I feel like a lot of times people just want to throw it out at you because they're frustrated at so many other things. It has I don't think it has anything to do with us. So yeah, don't take it personal. It has nothing to do with us. Right. You're just the person there at that moment. Right.
Yeah, like I wrote in my second book a story about how I had how people like to abuse us. Mm-hmm.
I'm not a punching bag.
No, but I remember one time I abused somebody at a Subway because I went in there wanting a meatball sub with provolone cheese, and I wanted barbecue sauce added to it, and the girl said we don't have any barbecue sauce, and I literally acted like the meatballs were gonna kill me. Like I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Like I dropped the F-bomb on this 16-year-old who makes subs. I went crazy for barbecue sauce.
Or when you got we had to go to the bathroom a couple weeks ago and in the bagel shop, you're like, "That's the only reason why I bought this bagel."
And then I abused the girl because I went into the bagel shop in where was it?
West Hollywood.
Well, I hate this place. West Hollywood. And I bought a bagel because I felt guilty about using the bathroom without buying something. Yeah. So I bought a fucking bagel that I didn't even need to eat. And then when I get up to pay and I'm like, "Where's the restroom?" We don't have a restroom. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Because that's the only reason I bought this bagel. Now I should give it to a homeless person, but I'm gonna eat it because I'm fat. So, but I was so mad, so I abused them. Oh my God, I'm awful.
Oh my God,
I am definitely not nice, and I'm definitely not kind.
No, you're fantastic, and I love you, and I adore you.
How many fucks did I say?
That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 6.
6, and you said 1 cock.
I did say a cock.
Yeah, you said a cock.
I had 1 cock.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Confessions of Cock and Fuck.
There you go. Also, I wrote down all the places that I've been so far during that time period.
Let's pop it out while we have time.
Because pleasure trips. Sounds so gross. Pleasure trips: the Bahamas, Bermuda, Ireland, NOLA, and San Juan.
Okay.
And then I go for a couple days at a time. Like I've been to Boston for a few days for fun. I went to Portland for a few days for fun with friends. I've been to Florida, obviously. Okay. I go back to New York all the time to see my family and stuff like that. Okay. So that's a bunch.
Yeah. Well, I want to thank you for us running over time just so you could prove me wrong. I want to thank you from the bottom of my sack.
Seattle. What else?
You could just name the rest of the whole world. Earth. I took a Melania once and I went to the moon. I mean, come on, just let this be a 5-hour episode.
I'm going to Peru and I got to go to Mexico for a wedding.
You've proven me wrong.
Going to Hawaii for my birthday.
You travel more than a Kardashian. You are all over the place. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us this evening. Again, check out Thumb War Productions. Follow Illumi_Nate to find out how to get into this space and start your own podcast.
Yeah, if you want to start a podcast or any other, production
sex
needs.
tapes, whatever, I'm sure he'll do it. Plug Nate.
Let Nate plug you.
Let Nate plug you, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great day. Thanks for listening.
This is Confessions on the Fly. Fly safe, birdies.